What's up, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome to Jerome's Chrome. My main goal with this C3 Corvette right now is to get as much rust removed from this engine bay as possible, get it painted, and get to the point where I'm finally putting in new parts instead of taking old parts out. But there's one thing left that's keeping me from doing that, and it's this old air conditioning system. And I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to go back with an original air conditioning system or replace it with an upgraded vintage AC system. But to be honest, right now I'm still learning about air conditioning systems, and I don't really want to tackle either one of those things at the moment. And a lot of people in the comments have told me that once an air conditioning system gets exposed to moisture at all, that most of the components, if not all of them, are completely trash. And this car has definitely been exposed to moisture for years. The AC lines were cut and it sat in a field with no cover or anything, getting rained on and exposed to the elements for multiple years at least. So with all that being said, I think it makes the most sense to temporarily delete the AC components that are in the engine bay, leave the stuff that's behind the dash, get the engine bay all cleaned up and painted, and then circle back around to what I'm going to do as far as air conditioning at a later date. So this week, my only goal is just to remove the parts that are in the engine bay. And to be honest, I'm still not 100% sure how this all comes out, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to get to work. Before I get started fiddling around with a vehicle's air conditioning system, I gotta let you know, if you're new to the channel, I am no automotive air conditioning expert at all. And when I got this car, these lines were already cut off, and I don't think that there's any refrigerant in the system at all at this point. So when it comes to discharging an actively working system, I don't know. This is my first time dealing with AC. Mine has already been discharged for me, and I'm just disassembling things and learning as I go. But if you are someone that does know how to discharge the AC system, drop that in the comments so anybody watching this video can read through and try to get an idea of what needs to be done. I actually already have these lines removed from the car. I did it in a previous video, but I have them sitting in here just so we can do a little educational session on the anatomy of the air conditioning system real quick. So at one point in time, long before I got this car, there used to be an AC condenser here in front of the radiator. And that is what these lines right here and here used to be attached to. The rubber line would run all the way up into here, which it would be connected to the AC compressor. And then that runs all the way back in here and attaches to, I think, the dryer, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what it attaches to at this point, but that's what this thing is called. This hard line runs along the edge of the inner fender up into here and then connects on this thing right here and then goes into the evaporator box, which a lot of people call the suitcase. Behind the dryer and the evaporator box, we have the blower motor, which also needs to come out to get this box off of the firewall. Inside the box, there's the evaporator, and then back behind that, there's the heater core, and then all of the vacuum lines and controls to control the system. So now that I've done my best to be educational, it all goes downhill from here, because I'm only just kind of sure on how to get all this stuff out of here. I do know there's a few annoying spots to try to access, and I do know that I'm going to have to try to get some screws out of the inside behind the dash. And I don't think I have to take out a bunch of the dash to get to them, but don't know yet. So my plan from here on out is to just start pulling out nuts and bolts, get the easy ones first, and see where that takes me. I don't think I have to unscrew this. It looks like it's already been done for me, so I got that going for me. I guess I'll start with the easiest thing first and just pop this plug off of here. Oh, wow. That is really... Okay. Got that thing. I have no idea what this is called. If you know, please put it in the comments. While I'm unplugging stuff, there's also a wire back here going to the blower motor, and then this green wire going down here to this thing that I don't know what it's called. So I'm just going to pop those out and get that out of the way. I got a black wire plug. I got a double green wire plug. And there's a purple plug back in there that is not coming out right now. And I don't know how to get it at the moment. And I don't know if it matters. So I'm going to circle back around to that later and go ahead and try to get off the dryer. So I got to detach it from the pipe right here. And then there's also a bracket right in here that attaches it to the box. So those are going to be my next steps. Getting this off first and then figuring out how to get in there and get that bracket off. So what kind of wrench situation am I going to need for that? First of all, I'm going to need the PB Blast. Old step one. Well, I got what I can see, and I can assure you at this point, there's a lot I'm not seeing, but it's a start. So I guess I'm just going to throw an adjustable wrench on that thing, and hopefully that is all I need to get that off there. If I could just get the right angle. Okay, let's see. Man, adjustable wrenches are my favorite. This seems to be one of those ones that you turn a little, flip, turn a little, flip, turn a little, flip. There's a lot of those on C3 Corvettes. Let's try an adjustable wrench with a shorter handle. Nope, not wide enough. Is this? Or... What I need right now is a stubby handled adjustable wrench, but I don't have that. So I'll get back with you in about an hour or two whenever I get this thing out of here. Almost out. Actually, I think that is out. I think that's as out as I'm going to unscrew it. Well, that might have been completely pointless. So I'm not sure if that was completely pointless or it's just not going to matter until I get the dryer off the bracket. So I think that's what I'm going to attack next, is getting this bracket off of here. So now I got this out of there, I'm just going to pop out these 3 bolts in here and see if that helps me get this whole dryer situation out of the car. I guess I should be protecting my paint. There we go. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So I'm just going in here with a 3/8 socket on a 1/4 inch drive with a little extension. Seems to reach back in there just fine. Pop this off and see what happens. Okay, got that one out. It's moving. Oh, got it. Awesome. There we go. Dryer removed. I'm just putting that bolt right back in that bracket where it came out, because the more I can put bolts back, the less I have to put them in baggies and label, and that is great. That went well. Got the dryer out, but I still do have to take off this bracket here because it is attached to one side of the suitcase, and then it's attached to this, which is attached to the other. So in order to get both those sides apart, I'm going to have to get this bracket off so that way they are loose from each other. That is the tiniest little bolt head. I don't even know what size that is. Let's try a 1/4 inch socket on the 1/4 inch drive. Nailed it. First try. Like a pro. I'm gonna be a pro and try this here battery operated ratchet. Make my life a little easier. If it actually would fit, maybe. Got it. So I got the bracket off of this side, which is awesome. And it's just connected to right here. And I don't know if I even really need to take it all off, but I think I'm just going to pop this off of right here. And then pop this thingy off of here just to get everything out of the way so it makes it easier to work in here. All right, this thing's free now. And I believe I gotta get a couple more threads on that. And there we go. There's the bracket. I do believe I've cleared out enough stuff in there to be able to access the blower motor. So I'm just gonna get in there and pull out all those little tiny small bolts all around the perimeter of the motor and see if it just falls out or not. There's a little hose in here that's supposed to be attached to the blower motor and it's not. So I'm just gonna pull it out, put it in the pile for now. I don't understand why this plug with the purple wire won't come off. It's still kind of annoying me why I can't get it. Oh, it's broken. What size socket are those tiny little guys in there? It'd be real cool if I could get the old Ryobi in there and get these out. I have my doubts. Yeah, no way. There's one. 5 more. You know, after taking those headlight bolts out, every other bolt seems like no big deal in comparison. So this is going smoothly. So 5 of them are 1/4, and then one of them that holds a little plug on there is 9/32, just to make things more complicated. Oh, that last one has always got to be the one. Think I'm free. There we go. Blower motor. Well, blower motor, squirrel cage. Why? Man, this thing is broken. It's broken anyway. So this is what I'm struggling with. I could not get this to unplug from this. And it's broken in here anyway. And I think that is no longer good at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off of there, because I believe I'm going to end up replacing this blower motor anyway, no matter what. We're free. It's really kind of bothering me that I had to do that. I don't understand how this works or why I couldn't get it out. But that thing is just not coming out. Let me know if this is some special connection fitting that I don't know. It doesn't want to come out. All right, now we got the wiring out of the way. We got the dryer out of the way. We got the blower motor out. And I'm pretty sure the last step is just to get the suitcase box off the firewall. Should be easy, right? I wish I knew how. I guess the first thing I'll do is just start with the 2 bolts that are in the top that are holding both sides together, and start working my way around the edge of the box, unloosening everything that I see. And then I'll scratch my head and wiggle it and try to find the things that I can't see, and then go from there. Those are the 2 bolts that I was talking about, right here and right here. So I'm just going to pop those out and we'll see what happens. Okay, got those 2 out. Let's wiggle. Okay. So after doing some diagnostic wiggling, I'm going to take this one out next and go from there. Got that. A little wiggling. Okay. Now I just got to see how it's attached down here at the bottom. And hopefully it's just one. That would be great. Well, I'm seeing one of them that I'm going to have to get at from the inside, and that is right here. Why do they do it that way? Why don't they just make them all be from the outside? Please explain. This is dumb. And then there's another one right there. And that's what I can see from here. So I'm going to pull that one out while I'm in here and then go from there. Oh, I got me a nice little chair right here. That works out well. Oh, I think there's one more under there in the bottom. I'm gonna have to get down on the ground to get to. Slide on down here. That's not super easy to access at all. So I don't know if this is technically called an inner fender or a fender liner or a splash shield or what, but this part right here has to come off. There's a couple bolts here, and then there's also 2 here and here, but I have to get this piece off so I can get up in there and access the side of the bolts that hold those 2 halves of the suitcase together. So I'm just going to pop this piece off real quick, and then I'll get up in there and show you what I'm talking about. Why? That just really, really did not want to come out of there. Oh, man. Okay, now that I got that out, you can see right up in there. That's the bolt I need to get at to get that last corner out. Well, there's 2. There's this one here, and then right around here on the other side of the frame. Right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop those 2 out real quick and give it a wiggle. I believe at this point I'm just one tiny interior screw away from getting this side of the box off, but I'm just gonna give it a wiggle. Yep. So I just got to get this out. So, man, part of me really just wants to just rip and tear. But I guess I'll do it the right way and try to figure out how to access that thing from the inside.
I think I found it, and I think it's not hard to access. Check this out.
So here we are under the dash. This tube just fell out whenever I started fishing around under there. So I don't know if it really would be in the way or not, because I really don't know where it goes at this moment in time. But when I pull back the carpet here, there is a bolt here all the way to the right, and there's a bolt here. And I'm pretty sure all I gotta do is unscrew that, and that's the last one I need to get that 1/2 of the AC box off. So I'm just gonna pop that off, give it a wiggle, we'll see what happens. Come on, baby, be the one. Still not 100% sure this is it, but I'm pretty optimistic. Okay, there she is. All right, could it finally be free? Yes. That's gross. Oh, we got a little mess in there. Well, it turns out something has been living in my suitcase, but I'm gonna send it packing. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, this is gross. Probably a good idea that I took this off of here in retrospect, because I'm no automotive air conditioning expert, but I do believe that that may have been a problem. And even if it wouldn't have made the AC not work very good, I'm sure that would have been a persistent smell for the rest of eternity. Okay, well, that's 1/2 of the suitcase gone. That went pretty well. So I'm just gonna do a little poking around now and just try to figure out how to get the other half of the box off. Well, I found at least 3 screws holding this thing in. There's one way back in here, right there. Now I'm under the car looking up in there, and there's one here on that bottom corner, and then another one back in right there. I'm not sure if there's any more, but I'm gonna pop those 3 out now and, wiggle. So I guess I'm gonna start with the one on the top first. Would definitely help to get this wiring harness out of the way, so I'll take care of that. Oh yeah. Yeah. That makes things way easier to get to. PB blast, of course. Man, this whole car was mostly just 9/16 and half and 10 millimeter until this situation. And now it's all types of stuff. Come on, please. Just come out of there nice and easy. Don't be a pain. Don't make me have to get inside the cab of the car or anything like that. Why am I doing this without an extension? There we go. That's a much better idea. I guess I'm getting it. It's just getting real snug as I pull it off of there, so it's kind of freaking me out for a second. Going back in. Please come off. Please come off. Please come off. Please come off. Please, 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 please. There's one. Okay, let's think. Is this the best way to get at these bolts? Or should I be somewhere else with really long extensions? Well, let's just give this a shot. Oh, PB Blast just leaked onto my ear. It's like right there. It's just, I gotta get it left-handed. And that's weird. This isn't the easiest to access spot on this one right here. Well, I'm on it, and I should have wore some safety glasses. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and whittle away at this bolt, and I'll be right back with you. I think this might actually be one of those times where the battery ratchet might save the day again. If I can get it up there and get it on. Can't see, it's in the way of the light. Ah, in my eyes. Why didn't I get the safety glasses when I was getting the battery operated ratchet? Oh man, it's a good question. No, the battery operated ratchet doesn't fit again. But I am getting the safety glasses this time at least. The time has come where I can get it with my fingers. Got it. And now one more. Be the right size socket. Why do you do this? Why do you make them different sizes? Why does it gotta be like that? This one seems to be size stupid. When in doubt, grab a 10 millimeter and try it out. That's it. That is the size. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm on it. I'm on what I think is the last bolt to get this thing off. Fingers crossed. Ugh. Got it. Moment of truth. There it is. The other half of the suitcase. Well, here we are. The box is removed, the dryer is removed, the blower motor is removed, and the only thing left in there is the heater core in that hole. So I'm almost done, but not quite, because I'm still not 100% sure until I get a part that I'm waiting for to come in the mail. Before I go any further, I want to make sure I get the AC block-off plate, because I want to show you guys that, because it's a part that's going to allow me to temporarily delete the AC, but keep the heater for now. So I got to wait a couple days for the part to come in the mail, but for you, it'll be right about now. Got it. Got the 2-day express air just to make this video end just a little bit better. This is an AC delete cover with blower motor hole. So that way you can cover up the grossness that is in the engine bay, for me, temporarily, while maintaining your heat and defrost, which, kind of important. Because being hot is uncomfortable, but not being able to see out of the windshield is stressful. Anyways, I got this from Classic Car Industries or Classic Industries. I can't remember off the top of my head. It is made by AGM Industries, the original manufacturer of the AC Delete firewall covers. And I bought it through Classic Industries. I'll put a link in the description, even though I do not know if it is a quality product or not. I just pulled it out of the box, but just so you guys know where I got it from. Not recommending it yet, just saying that's where I got it. So basically, if you wanted to just delete the AC, you would have to delete the heat if you wanted to just put a flat flush cover on here, because the heater box sticks out and then the hoses for the heater core are sticking out also. So it would be hard to get, well, it would be impossible to get a flush piece of metal to cover that all up. So this thing has got the bump out. It's got the little notches cut in there, so those hoses can go through there. It's got the spot where you can put the blower motor in there so you can run your heater and basically just keep your heat intact and still be able to get rid of the AC. There's a rough idea of how it'll look. You know, pop that in there. Bam! All the holes are already marked where you need to drill them out, where they would match up with the bolts that are already popping out of here. So that is also easy. So yeah, I think this is a good temporary fix to be able to temporarily delete the air conditioning system until I figure out what I want to do, be able to retain the heat if I want to, or if I don't want to mess with that right now, I can just throw one of these in there, bolt it on, and not hook it up. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do right now, but that was the point of all this. This buys me time. Buys me time to think about what I want to do, buys me time to save up $6 million for an air conditioning system and get the car running. So I'm super glad that I pulled this out, super glad that I got this part, and now I can move forward with the project. Speaking of moving forward with the project, that's what I'm about to do. And it's about to get messy because I'm about to get in there and do some serious scrubbing and cleaning and rust removing and get everything ready to start getting in there and laying down some paint. So that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta get these parts all cleaned up, organized, put away, and bust out the cleaning supplies. And hopefully by the end of the next video, this car is gonna actually be looking a little bit better for a change. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and all of your awesome help in the comments. I can't thank you enough. I'm gonna get started on this car right now, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.